Mr. Robert Bailey. From Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, a 9-year competitor, Charlie Boyce. From Phoenix, Arizona, competing for the 2nd year, Wally Collins. From Cornelius, North Carolina, competing for the 9th year, Greg Fawcett. And from Fayetteville, Texas, competing for the first time, Richard Phillip. Excuse me, for the 2nd time. Robert, get up here. Robert, you've got 1 minute on the microphone. The judges have undivided attention aimed at you. Give it your best.
Get it on. You know, I'm such a lucky person. I'm so lucky I am such a lucky person. I've got to quote Papa. Papa said, "My luck, she is running very strong." And that's why I'm here right now. A couple of facts. Papa's father and my father, they both died with type 1 diabetes. But they learned 2 very important things. Number 1, things don't happen, you make them happen. And that is so true, and I've lived that way, and so did Papa. And number 2 is tomorrow is a rumor. If you put something off tomorrow, you've made a mistake. You got to do it today. I am currently celebrating 56 years of type 1 diabetes, and I'm not giving up yet. I'm here to stay. Now, I got one more good story to tell you, but I guess I got to let that wait until a little while. So, thank you, and my luck, she is running very strong. Papa! Who's Papa?
Thank you very much. If you would, back in the same order. Our second finalist tonight hails from Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, Charlie Boyce.
Hey, Papas. First of all, it's a great honor to be in front of y'all. I'm glad y'all picked me to be back tonight. It's just a total honor. I love seeing y'all all the time. But actually, I had a little fun. We have a friend of ours who had a little issue the other night, and what stays in Key West, what happens in Key West stays in Key West. But anyway, he had lost something. So me and a buddy of mine were out the other night, and we went to one of the gentlemen's clubs, and we were looking around trying to figure out where he might have lost it. And guess what? One of them girls was hiding her finest assets with this. Now, where might he have found that? Tom? I got the keys to the Navigator tonight if you need them. Hey, I just hope y'all make me a part of your group. I love being with y'all every time we see each other. Take care.
Thanks. Good luck to you. Next up, from Phoenix, Arizona, please welcome Wally Collins.
Thank you, thank you. Is this the greatest experience ever? Is this great? Before I came to Key West this trip, I stopped by my friend Ron Thomas, who got me into this whole contest thing. And I was telling him about the trips that I had to Cuba, and I told him about the article I was bringing for the contest tonight. And in telling him that, we talked about all the places we went. We talked about the love that the Cuban people have for Papa Hemingway. And all the haunts that I went to, the Floridita, the Borgita, the Finca, the Hotel Nacional. And he looked at me with a smile on his face, as you guys, all the Papas know Ron. Ron said, "You're hooked. You're hooked like all the Papas are hooked." And I said, "You're right. It's a great part of the journey. And over the years, I've done some great stuff. I was a military pilot. I did 2 tours in Vietnam. I've been married for 39 years. I have 6 children, 7 grandchildren. So the journey is what matters. We all end up the same. It's the journey. It's what we do during the journey. And the Papas and the Hemingway Society have provided something for all the Don Quixote kind of guys, and that's the Hemingway contest. So I want to thank you. I want to thank all the Papas past and present, Sloppy Joes, and I want to tell you that I want to be an integral part of this group in the future. And don't worry about me being in Arizona. Remember, I'm hooked on this contest. So please enjoy the daiquiris. Amanda has some daiquiris for you from the Floridita Hotel. So let's raise our glasses to Papa Hemingway and the Papas.
Thank you, Wally. Next up, from Cornelius, North Carolina, please welcome Greg Fawcett.
Well, I love coming here. I look forward to this every year. You know, this may be my only vacation. But the only thing is, before I, everybody knows I do this. So before I come here, everybody's asking me, you're going to win this year, you're going to win this year. I go home, did you win this year? Did you win this year? And it's hard to explain to them. I come to see my friends, it's the competition. But it does make me think of the great Hemingway quote, you know what makes a good loser? Practice. And I can't think of a better place to practice than here.
Great. Good luck, Greg. Our next contestant hails from Fayetteville, Texas. Please welcome Richard Phillip.
Isn't this a great party? I don't know any place else that us mature gray hairs could have so much fun with our clothes on. So we're all excited to be here. But you know, this event only started in 1981. My first trip to Key West was in 1980. I was so enamored by all these beautiful fishing waters that I bought a fishing boat, kept it in the Isle of Marata, and Bud and Mary's and fished. And I like to think that maybe some of those fish I caught during those early years of the 80s were descendants of some of the same fish that Ernest caught in these waters. So that's one of my bonds with him. And the other bond, of course, is that I look like Ernest, or at least everybody tells me I do. And, it started in 1981. Tom Finney was the first Papa who started. There weren't Papas as judges as then. It was the Sloppy Joes doing the judging, and I think the Papa started judging around 1986. So one of Ernest's best quotes that I like is that the older you get, the harder it is to have heroes. But it's difficult to have them, but it's a necessity to have them. And all of you Papas are my hero because of everything you've done for all the students through the scholarship program. And of course, the mamas are the heroines because, as we found out, you're the organizers, you're the force behind the men. So the other heroes, I think, for us to be able to have this and have the freedom.
Sorry, time's up. All right, let's hear it for this round of contestants. Our first 5 finalists.